guys, it's Eric. Welcome back to the third part in our series, How to Write and Self-Publish Your Own Book. Today we're going to be talking about illustration. The first two parts I kind of talked about the backstory of how I wrote 2 books in 2015, and then part 2 was about actually writing the book, putting it into CreateSpace Kindle Direct Publishing, which is an online self-publishing program. Today what I wanted to show you was how I did the illustrations for my books. I'm just going to use Pig and Penguin as the example. So remember a couple of days ago in the beginning when I showed you how I started out with Doodles. That's what Pig and Penguin looked like when they first started, okay? Much different than they look now, right? But it's all about doodling. It's just practicing. It's just coming up with ideas. Draw this, draw that. It's all about just coming up with an idea. Once you get those ideas down, then you can start to develop them a little bit more. So what I did once I had my story typed up and printed out, and it was the final of the story that I was going to use, I actually went through, and I think you can see it on here, I went through and I broke up the story into parts. And then each part would be like a different page within the book. So based on the text that's in each one of these places that I broke it up, that would be the illustration or the drawing that would go with that page. It actually kind of gives you a good idea how much text and to picture ratio you have too. In children's books, you don't want that much text per picture on each page, if it's like a storybook or a picture book. From there, what I did was I developed kind of like a comic strip. It's a storybook line. So I have each page number, what it's going to be, and then a doodle type drawing of what's going to happen on each one of those pages. This was a lot of fun. This actually kind of brought the story to life for me a little bit. Here's page 2 of that. And kind of gave some depth to my characters that I was thinking about and all the characters that were going to be in the book. And then from there I did a solid drawing on each page of a sketchbook or drawing book, drawing pad, whatever you call it. I use different ones for different things. I like the Bristol brand. They're like yellow covered things. You can get them at Michael's or AC Moore. But then from there, I drew like a drawing, a full page drawing of each picture that I wanted to have in the book. I have to show you this because this was actually a finished colored, I guess, prototype of what Pig and Penguin would look like in the very first scene. I didn't end up using this because I made the figures look a little bit different. I think Penguin was just a little too small and Pig's nose was too featured. So I changed it. From there, I'm going to show you what I did on the computer using a program in Adobe called Photoshop. I know everybody's heard of Photoshop, and probably most likely in a negative way that an image was photoshopped and that kind of thing, but you can do a lot of really great art things with Photoshop as well. So what I did was I went and I bought one of these. This is called a Wacom art tablet, and what it does is it USBs right into the back of the computer, and then it comes with this pen. And so it's kind of like you draw on here and it'll show up on there what you're doing. For those of you who aren't familiar with this kind of thing, it's a great tool, and it was a great tool for me to use to color and clean up my drawings. So now I'm going to show you 2 time lapses. The first one will be of the drawing itself that I'm going to make on the full-size sheet of paper. So let's watch that now. It won't take very long. It's a time lapse. Okay, so after I've completed the drawing, then I'm going to use the Wacom tablet hooked up to Photoshop on the computer, and I'm going to color and clean it up. Here's the next time lapse of that happening. It takes a little while. Each drawing actually takes me about 2.5 hours to do, the ones that I did for each one in the books. This one only took about an hour just because of time's sake for the vlog. So here we go. This is what it looks like. Beginning to end, drawing, old picture, new picture. Okay. I wanted to add too that after I complete the drawings, like on the full-size sheet of paper, what I do to get them in the computer is I actually have a scanner on my printer that I use to scan them, and it'll scan a copy into there, and then from there I can go back and touch it up and draw it in Photoshop the way I like it. Okay, so many drawings later, and lots of time later also, you get a finished product where you get drawings like this. And also like this. That's just a glimpse into the story, guys, a little bit. I can show you this too. Here's another part. But yeah, so then after I complete all the drawings today, what I do is I take the drawings and the text and I block them out on pages in Word, how I want the book to look from page to page. I save the whole thing as a PDF file, and then that I can upload to the KDP Create Space program. The program is actually really user-friendly, and it was pretty easy once I got the hang of what I was supposed to be doing with that. So like I said, I did 2 books. I did Pig and Penguin's Party Planning Problems and When You See a Dragonfly. Alright guys, that's just a quick glimpse into how I did the drawings for my books. If you have any questions, please comment below. I'd love to help you out any way that I can. I definitely will answer back any questions that are in there. If this was informative and helpful to you today, please hit the like button and subscribe, because I'm going to be putting up a few more vlogs about the books after this, about the books themselves. So like tomorrow's vlog will be about Pig and Penguin's Party Planning Problems, and the one after that will be about When You See a Dragonfly. So kind of like the backstories of those, each of those books, and where the inspiration for those stories came from. So you don't want to miss it. Tap the bell. And that's all we got for today. Thanks guys, have a great night.